RingGangRadio.com. Take over. Last mission. Final boss mode.
Let's get into the Andre card. I am excited about this because this will probably be where the card I break my live boxing. I haven't been to a live boxing event since December 2019. Shout out, I went with, me and P saw Crawford's victory, over Mean Machine. And of course, which LB likes to joke, that was just like the walkout bout. It wasn't the main event.
Remote glitch.
Yeah. But Demetrius Andrade is actually facing someone. Now everyone. Yeah, Andrade is kind of like he invokes a lot of different emotions from people. I've watched a lot of Andrade fights, both TV and live. So it's like Andrade is a local cat. Like he has a fan base around here, but. Yeah, but unfortunately, Andre's career decisions have kind of left him in his own silo in terms of where he's going to go. But he's not facing someone that's a complete unknown, but someone. Personally, I'm not crazy about it. Who he's facing, and he's facing Jason Quigley. He's one of Oscar's fighters or whatever. But He, at least he's not someone that's completely unknown or anything like that,
No, and he's improved, but I still feel like Shane Mosley Jr. deserved the win over him in their last fight.
He did, he did. Would I think that Mosley would have had a better chance against Andre? Probably not. But Mosley Jr. definitely deserved that win for sure.
Yeah.
For this, this is in New Hampshire, which is like a 15-minute drive for me. So it'll be great for me. It'll be great to actually see this live and seeing Andre hopefully get a knockout on this. Hopefully he doesn't fuck around in this fight. Jason Quigley, like I said, he's improved. I guess his one loss against Toriano Johnson, definitely made him improve, because before that I remember he was like the only person that I saw. First of all, he's absolutely struggled. I can't even, I'm not a big fan of Jason Quigley like that. Dude is pure struggle, and the fact that he struggled putting away Glenn Tapia. In fact, he didn't put away Glenn Tapia. Made me raise an eyebrow, because Glenn Tapia is shot to pieces. So the fact that
James Kirkland.
Yeah, thanks James Kirkland for that. And so the fact that Glenn Tapia actually gave Quigley a hard fight even before he lost to Toriano Johnson made me like, nah, this dude ain't it. But hey, maybe the sun will shine on him next Friday, for that matter. So LB, man, what do you think about this fight?
I think Andre beats his ass. He needs to put on a great performance and start calling out Munguia, who just fought last week or yesterday.
Yep.
And get the ball rolling for some of these fights. Focus on Munguia. Don't worry about Charlo. Don't worry about Golovkin, because the timing is different. Y'all a month apart. Y'all can fuck that up. Munguia's the fight he needs to go for, but first he has to get past Jason Quigley, and excuse me. I'm not saying he got to follow the Shane Mosley Jr. game plan, but that's all really you need to beat a guy like Quigley. Pressure. Quigley's gonna try to box. Andre punches too hard. He's too physically strong for dude. Just I don't see any way Quigley wins this fight.
He
has a shot. He has two hands.
Fact.
But I just don't see it. I'm sorry. Kiko Martinez ruined it for everyone. You got to give everyone a chance now.
That's pure facts. Let's say, because stranger things happen. We can see Jason Quigley and he looks like a serious cut over his eye, and then they stop this shit. That type of deal. Boxing is a state of unexpected. But yeah, no.
And if Andre loses, oh my goodness, you'll never hear the end of it. Like, you know, Canelo and Charlo gonna be cutting heel promos and be like, "I told you, bad fighter." Like, yeah, man, he's staying broke now. Like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Sorry, I wasn't ready for that.
Oh damn.
And of course, pretty much it'll be hard because, like I said, I mean, because pretty much this is the assignment for him. Like, you want to put yourself in the conversations, you know, where of course Canelo was a situation too, because, you know, Andrade has the power to force Canelo to fight him if he's willing to do it, you know, because he has, you know, Andrade has the WBO middleweight title, and the WBO's rule states, you know, if you go up in a division, you know, you can be instituted as the #1 mandatory contender as long as you have a belt and, you know, some sort of undefeated. It has a criteria which Andre does meet, and Canelo holds all the belts at 168 now, so he could force it. But in order for this fight to make it a thing, like, he has to fight. Like, it has to be one of those fights where, he's beating dude's ass. Like, there's not any slow spots or anything like that. Like, he's really putting hands on dude, like on Quigley. Like, there can't be any fucking around in this fight. And I think he can. And like I said, I think he could actually do it. I mean, and I just don't see this fight going the distance, like, at all. If it does, I'll be highly disappointed. You know, like, but yeah, I think he's gonna beat his ass, and yeah, this is gonna end probably by maybe round 8. I'm thinking, it's gonna be an 8th round stoppage.
Wow, you mean Quigley gotta hang tough, because usually Andre looks like the best fighter alive for the first 5 rounds, and you gotta have a certain level of toughness to kind of keep pressuring Andre to make it to the point where Andre wants to coast on you and just keep you with the Teddy Atlas silent contract.
Yeah.
I don't think Quigley is to that level where he'll get to the end or late in the fight like a Leon Williams or a Selecki and all those guys. I say Andre gets this guy out in the 5th round.
Yeah, I wouldn't even be mad at that too. Yeah, like, it's definitely believable too. And I think also too, because the fact he's fighting in a quote unquote home crowd. Because I remember when I was at the Selecki fight, like, dude looked like he was about to put away Selecki in the fucking 1st round, and the crowd was going crazy. But then he settled into this weird groove where he decided to
did that for the Luke Keeler fight too.
Yeah, and then finally, you know, but at least that one, the ref was like, you know what? I'm like, the second that you're in trouble, we're stopping this shit. And thankfully they did, because, you know, but yeah, Andre has these weird grooves where it's like, after a while, like, he'll take his foot off the gas pedal, and then he'll just move and bop. He doesn't. And
that's why the Willie Nelson fight was like literally his best career performance, because he put an ass whooping on dude for the whole fight and never let up. And that's the Andre that I look at when I'm talking about, okay, you know, he could go against these top guys,
right,
and give them hell. But if he's not gonna have that type of performance, it's kind of like, I mean, he's being avoided, but he's not doing himself any favors.
Right. Exactly.
Like, the Koke fight is a little different, because Koke is actually a good fighter
and difficult to fight. He's
difficult to fight, and he hurt Andre late.
Yeah,
but he still lost that clearly and cleanly. So it's a little different. A lot of people don't put Koke as a good name on Andre's resume for some reason, though. But
it's good because, you know, I mean, it could be a lack of, like I said, Koke is really his only real American performances against Derevyanchenko, which unfortunately, like I said, if you had to stay up late to watch that like I did, and truthfully, it was the only fight on that card worth a fucking damn.
It was a good damn fight too.
It was a really good fight, you know. But yeah, Koke made shit hot for Derevyanchenko, which I don't even say that much for Triple G or Jacobs or Charlo.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Koke is a good name. You know, he was also a champion.
Yeah, Koke never really got hurt like that against Derevyanchenko.
He never got hurt against any of them cats. That's the wild thing. That's what I'm saying. Koke.
Yeah.
But I think Koke though lacks that actual marquee win, which is the reason why people don't put respect on his name like that. That's the only reason why.
Right.
Yeah. So, but P, what about you? How do you think this fight will go?
I think Andre gets him out of there in the 8th round. Like,
okay, we got another 8th round.
I just don't see him. Like, I think he needs to make a statement, and I think, Quigley's good, but it's nothing that Andre shouldn't handle. So, and handle pretty easily. So,
right.
It's one of those things where it's like he needs to just step on the gas and just get him out of there as soon as possible to try to make a statement to get anybody to come get him. Right. So we'll see. You know what I'm saying? Push for, and now especially like you should be pushing for, like, even if you can't get a Canelo fight, which I have my sentiments. Like, your whole thing, by the way, is not going to happen because I think Andre's dad even said that that's not happening. They're not going to give up the WBO belt to go to 168 to be the mandatory when they know that there's a chance that Canelo still won't fight them anyways. And then it's like, now you gave up your belt. And I think he knows that Andre is more valuable with a belt than without one. So
yeah, that's true.
That's why I say you need to call out Munguia. Like,
yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. That like,
yeah,
Munguia should
be the next Mexican superstar, and then you could call out the current one.
Exactly. So, you know, but he's got to make a statement. So if there's any time to make a statement, now is the time. And Quigley is the guy he can do it on. Quigley's not. It's not like he's not capable of putting out Quigley. So
no, he's not. Yeah. Quigley got put away by Terriano Johnson. So yeah, Terriano Johnson can do it. Andre could sure as hell do it too. You know?
Yeah. So I'll say 8th round.
All right. So yeah. So we got stoppages, 2 8-round stoppages and a 5th round stoppage. So I mean, yeah, like I said, it's we just hope that Andre understands the assignment and understands that the platform that he's on right now. And if you're still in the comments, you're still in the live feed, you know, obviously let us know what your prediction is, and then I'll repeat it on air. But yeah,
I predict the card is going to be good.
The card, I mean, there was one change on the card because unfortunately, the fight I was looking forward to the most, and that was Akhmadaliev, you know, who holds 2 of the belts at 122, who won them, which LB was in the house for against Danny Roman in a fight of the year candidate. It was a firefight too. You know, he's making, I think it's either 2nd or 3rd defense of those belts. Now, originally supposed to be against Ronnie Rios, which was the fight of the year on paper, but unfortunately Ronnie Rios caught COVID. So he got replaced with a known puncher, and then, you know, in Jose Velasquez, you know, 29-6-2 with 19 knockouts. You know, now, like I said, you know, thanks to Kiko Martinez, you know, I cannot count anyone out, especially a last-minute replacement like this. You know, so like I said, I mean, it's disappointing, but I mean, at best, I know Akhmadaliev is not going to let this guy go the distance. Or at worst, Velasquez may rise to the opinion and, you know, rise to the occasion and start punching Akhmadaliev around. So, you know, like I said, I like to be, you know, I'm optimistic on that one. And then the other great fight that I had on there was one Julio Cesar Martinez, who is the current WBC flyweight champion. You know, that's a guy that has a motor. That's a guy, if you play cards right, you know, I mean, he could definitely be in the mix to 115 soon enough. You know, he'll probably never cross paths with Monster. He probably shouldn't. So, but
for his sake,
yeah. You know, but that dude. But yeah, if you've never seen Julio Cesar Martinez fight, though, you're in for a treat because that dude knows the definition of fades. That dude does not shy of throwing away hands. And he's facing, but he had been out because I think he got COVID or he got injured or something like that. So he's facing the guy who the WBC, I think, awarded an interim belt to in Mick Williams Arroyo, who's probably known for upsetting Carlos Cuadras about a couple years ago on one of them Superfly cards, you know. And dude also throws his hands as well. So so I'm looking for a award on that one for as long as it lasts. And last but certainly not least, we got the women representing, because like I said, it's always good to have a good women's fight on there. And this is part of the whole tournament that I think Matchroom and DAZN is doing to unify the super lightweight belts, with Callie Reese facing Jessica Kamara for both the WBA and WBO super lightweight titles. And Callie Reese, throws hands too. Callie Reese is nice. I think the first match, she dropped Cecilia Brækhus all those years ago on a fight, and and that was a close ass fight too. So I think that's the opener. So that's a really good fight. So the card itself is actually it's not bad at all. Like, the undercard was put together. Everything about it is watchable.
Usually they give Andre a good card. He's like the Crawford for DAZN.
Yeah.
They'll throw everything on the Crawford. I'm on the Andre card. They're like, here's a Serrano, Jake Paul, this nigga, that nigga. You got a rapper too? Okay, here. We got a Mexican prospect here. Like, shit. Okay. I'ma watch. Chill.
And like I said, it's good though. I think Kevin Bruni Jr. was the matchmaker in that area, so I think he was part of the reason. So he might have been part of the reason why that card got put together well. So kudos to him. I think I've had a dealing with him before, so yeah, he's a good guy. And but yeah, though, especially for a Friday night. So it's definitely a watchable card. We could feasibly have all of those 4 fights could all end in knockouts, maybe even a brutal knockout on that. But definitely don't miss it. But yeah, like I said, Andrade, we all think Andrade should stop Quigley. And I know, another thing to mention too is that three of the opponents for the champions are Golden Boy fighters, and I know Oscar is dying to get a champion back on his roster, like a legit champion back on his roster. I think he only has one. I think he has a couple women fighters, and I think he only has one of the lighter weights holding a belt.
What's super bad and what? Who else?
Super bad. I think he has one of the light flyweight champions.
I'm sorry. They would be. He'd have a whole bunch of champions if they start dicking around and take the fights they need to take.
Message.
Ryan Garcia could have been a champion.
He could.
Niggas made Devin Haney like he's Prime Abe Abuti or somebody. Dude.
Facts.
Yeah, Devin Haney might be the favorite, but you're not over your head fighting fucking Devin Haney if you're Ryan Garcia. Come on. That's something you should have rolled the dice on.
I wonder.
Virgil Ortiz, I can't really complain about him. He has a loaded division, a lot of politics, so I get it. Fucking Zerto.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck Zerto's doing. Zerto wants to face Bivol. Bivol doesn't want to face that. Both of them want to face Canelo.
And then Munguia, who y'all keeping training wheels on forever.
It's a double Mando, and should have probably been. And well, one thing's for sure: if Andre does win this fight, the WBO will probably order the fight against Munguia and Andre.
They need to. Damn, boy, Andre, don't you fuck this up.
Yeah, and we just hope that Munguia doesn't get popped for anything dirty like happened with BJS before their fight. God, that was a disappointment. That was horribly disappointing since I had tickets for that fight.
But that's the thing. Sometimes you do so many wrong moves, you'll just get unlucky, and I think that's probably what happened with Andre in Saunders' case.
Yeah, no, it's unfortunate
because that was unlucky. You can't blame him for that, but it's one of those damn. It just kind of happened because you was already it's like you already walking in a dark alley and you trip over a soda bottle or some shit and you fall and you scrape your knee and fuck. Then you get up and then you walk 10 more steps and then someone robs you. That's unlucky as fuck, right?
Hell yeah.
That's how that situation felt.
Yeah.
But if you was not in that dark alley to begin with, you may not even trip and then eventually get robbed. So hey.
Word. So like I said, we hope because Andre is still in his actual prime. So hopefully something actually falls into place for him, and a Munguia fight will go a long way. And I'm talking about a very long way to improving his record.
Great Wall of China, long way.
Because Munguia, among other things, is a former champion and still has his zero. And he's looked impressive, so this is absolutely.
Fortunately.
Yeah.
He was supposed to lose to that. He was supposed to lose to Dennis Hogan.
Yeah, for sure. He was definitely supposed to lose to Dennis Hogan. But hey, maybe eventually someone will take his zero, and maybe we hope that's Andre. So eventually. So yeah, I think we touched upon everything on that card needs to be touched upon. And like I say, it's on Friday, live on DAZN. Friday night. I don't remember what the time is. Obviously, I will tweet it out